we're going to start the cosmic healing. And the most important part, understand the force. Okay? And we come from the force and from nothingness to something. And that is a very important part to understand the cosmos, the cosmic, the cosmos. There are so much in the science talking about we come from the cosmos. Okay? We are the children of the cosmos. So that's what the cosmic healing are involved. So the whole practice in the Tao is so much involved with what we call by the white magic practice. Okay? You change one energy from one energy to another energy. So that is very important to understand that. In a cosmic healing, it always work together with the Qi Nei Zhang. So in the Qi Nei Zhang, you physically work on some problem that you have. Okay? And the cosmic, you take the energy and you set the energy system in a proper way again. Okay? So there are no healing modality will do everything. Okay? So that is the cosmic healing. They always work with the Qi Nei Zhang practice. Always work with the Qi Nei Zhang practice together. So the first thing we're going to talking about is the first beginning of the practice is we have to creating a chi field. Okay, so involved with you call and evoke a different forces down. Okay, down here. Okay, so we using each direction forces and different. So we have 5 element force. We have water, fire, earth, metal, and water. Okay, so we call all these forces, and we have 5 element forces and 8 forces. The animal force, sacred animals, and all the spirit. So this become a very important part that we have to do it all the time, over and over and over again. So the more you can call in the forces, the better. Okay? So this is what the Tao's always talking about. So we start from the earth, where we stand on. The human and all the living thing. And when we go up, the moon, our solar system. And when we go up, we go to our galaxy. And that is the North Star and Southern Cross at this moment control. And from there we go up to the 5 element star here. Okay, so the power of it is very powerful. Okay, so we look at a simple number like the moon. Actually, is a very small object. Okay, it don't have its own gravitation that much to spinning around itself, but attached to the earth. So the moon actually has the power to spin, to affect the own power, affecting the water, because the earth has 70% is water. And that is a big. If we went to the ocean, right in the middle of the ocean, and you know how big they are. So 70% of the earth is water. And the moon affecting the high tide and the low tide of the water, affecting the marine life, And we also have 70%, at least more than 70% are water. So that means the moon have a very strong affecting on us. So that's how the moon, the one object in the space. Now the planets is many, many times bigger than the moon. Okay? And the sun is many, many times bigger than all the planets put together. So in our solar system, the sun is the power, and we are attached to the power. So we call layer by layer, step by step of the power. So you call law and order. So the order in here is the moon spin around the earth. The earth and the planets spin around the sun. So that's the order. Okay? Ordering that way. Now when we go up to our galaxy, there are about, the Milky Way galaxy, we have about 200 billion stars. So in this one, we have about 200 billion stars. Okay? So this 200 billion stars controlled by at the present, and now, controlled by the North Star on the north, and the Southern Cross on the south. Okay? That means we believe that all the stars, so our sun only counted in one star, the planet not counted. Okay, only one star out of 200 billion stars. Okay? And they're all spinning, or we say they all tilt toward the North Star and Southern Cross. So all of them, 200 billion stars, are tilted toward the North Star and Southern Cross. So this one, I want you to understand, this is the force we are working with in our galaxy. It's a very important part to understand this, because it's the force there. If you don't understand the force, you don't know how to work with it. Okay? And definitely the Earth are tilted toward the North Star. Why? Because we always use the North Star at a point. Okay? Without it, we have no direction. And it seems like the North Star always fixed. At night, we hope one day we make a tower from here. It's right here. The North Star is right here. We make a tower and make an arrow point toward the North Star. And it never changes. Okay? It's always fixed that way. It's always fixed to the north. Okay? So, our Earth compared to the Sun, and ours is very little, small. Okay? And our Sun, compared to the other star, is very little. They are only a junior sun. There are many, many bigger sun than us. So, we're going to use a lot of North Star and the Southern Cross. Okay? And every time you set up a chi field, you call the force, you have to be always connecting with the North Star and Southern Cross. So we call the North Star general. It's very important because this general control 200 billion soldiers. So it's a very big general to know. Okay? So this is in our galaxy. And finish this. Now, when we jump up to the 5-element star, that means a 5-element star. So we have water star, fire star, earth star, metal star, and the wood star. Okay, and this is how the Chinese divide the universe, the whole universe, into this 5-element star. Okay. Now, the scientific know now we have about 200 billion galaxies. That means each galaxy about 200 billion stars. So if you have this 200 billion multiplied by 200 billion galaxy, it's about 400 trillion stars. So a trillion is a 1,000 billion. A 1 billion is 1,000 million. So the number is too big for us to even talk about that. Okay? And that's what in the universe they have. About 200 billion galaxy, totally is about trillion stars. Okay? And if you divide them by 5, so the 5 element star, 5 divided by 200 is 40. So each one star control 40 billion galaxy. So one star control about 40 billion galaxy. Okay. So in the Taoism, we believe that this 5 element star, and they control certain star, and so it come into the astrology of Chinese astrology. Okay. So the Chinese astrology going to involve with the each big area are controlled by one star, and when they move, so when they're affecting us, it's quite strong. Affecting us is quite strong. So we don't figure out. That means so we don't use the angle of the sun, angle of the moon, angle of the planets. But we look at the 5 big element star control 40 billion galaxy. So the whole universe are affecting us here in a group of trillion stars like that, affecting us that way. Okay. So from the 5 element star you go up, we call 3 pure 1. In fact, 3 pure 1 is 3 become 1. 1 become 3. Okay, so you have like this. 3 of them become 1. Control the 5 element. So the all the star split out and spinning around this 5 element star, and the 3 pure 1 split out. 3 pure 1. They're rotating. 3 become 1, 1 become 3. Okay, when 3 become 1, they become the force here. They become the force here. Okay, so we call it 3 pure 1. So become the God, the primordial, the creator. That is the beginning of it. And each one will control the whole universe. So there are 3 1, they rotate. Each one will control so the whole universe. So they're spinning around this one star. Okay, it is 3 become 1 star that control and spinning like that. Okay, so that is the thing that we have to practice this way. The thing we have to practice this way. See, and from here go down to the earth. Go down to the Southern Cross. From here, go up, moon, sun, North Star, 5 element star, 3 pure 1, and the force. Okay, and it's just like if you grew up in praying to God or praying to Buddha, you are connecting with the same force. You try to connecting with the same force. But in the Taoism, we give you, this is the theory, and this is the facts. And this is what the Tao's, many thousand years understanding. Okay? 3 pure 1, they combine, become this. Okay? When they combine the force, they become this one. But at one moment, there one control the whole universe, one moment. The same thing like the North Star. So we have Virgo and North Star, and so there are three of them. Okay, so three. So now it happened 2,500 years ago. The North Star moved in. Okay, so we control by the North Star, and the other one they spin out very far. So they have no power to control us. So maybe another 2,500 years, another star coming, three of them, another star moving in, I think Virgo, V-E-G-O, Virgo, come in and it control us. So the axis of the Earth may tilt. It might tilt in a different way. I mean, it's not a big change, but it's tilt. It can tilt, can change. So all the equipment in us, we have to recalculate them again. Okay? We have to recalculate them again because they are all changes. Now we calculate all to the North Star. So that we will see the North Star never move. But North Star always move. Okay? Have to be moved. So North Star is spinning. But because all the stars in this galaxy are tilted toward the North Star. Okay? So when the North Star spins, the axis always point toward the North Star. So we seem like the North Star never moves. So that's the only object we can calculate only. Okay? And you don't have to do much anything. Okay? When you close your eyes, you think about a force pulling you toward the North Star. Okay? You think about it, you connect. Okay? And we believe that the North Star emanates out violet light. It radiates out violet light. Okay? And that is a very powerful light in the universe. One of the most powerful ones. Now, we go back to the universe. Is that the universe, the yin yang, we call the whole universe, they are filled with these yin yang forces, and there are no polarity. And now they started to understand that this is their dark matter and dark energy. There are no polarity, and there are dark matter and dark energy. And when they come together, band together, they're creating the yin yang. Okay, they're creating the yin yang. And from there, they're creating the whole yin yang and back to fire element and to the trillion thing again. So that's how more and more the scientifics are more agree with the Tao's concept of the universe, because this is how the Tao's look at the universe. It observe the universe and feel the force, and how it works that way. Okay, so that is the dark matter only consists of the newest one is 4%. Okay, we have the newest one. It's a 4% only. So all the material world that we have is only 4%. So they are waiting for us to ask and to materialize them. Okay, is the power. So what we say that the universe is unlimited. The potential of it to change to anything is so big and so great, because the Big Bang we have with all the star and everything we have is only consists of the whole universe 4%. That's why in in the sky, we look at the sky at night, they are dark. Okay? The sky at night are dark. Because only 4%, the whole thing. And the rest is 96%. The whole universe is 96% that is still waiting for us to create something. Okay? So we have, human, when we train our mind, we can ask. So the whole cosmic energy is us. Ask the force. And give the force a specified thing you want to do. That's the whole the cosmic energy. You want the light, you want the healing, you want the power. That's all. You ask. Ask the power. So the whole healing powers are based on this. It's all based on this. It starts from the beginning, your mind. And you ask for the power to heal yourself. And later on, you ask the power to heal other people. That's what we are doing here. And with this same principle, you ask and manifest out what you want. Okay? Because we have, so the most important part, you have to have a very, establish this, a very powerful antenna, a transmitting tower. You have to develop this. So this one, from here all the way up, is a very high transmitting tower. Okay? We're going to start by, we're going to combine together. We call a link. So you're going to do this over and over and over again, many, many times. Okay? The link. And during this week, you're going to establish the link with everybody. Okay? And remember this link. And when you can join hands together, your link is, so your transmitting tower become very, very, very higher, very high. And you have more power to ask. And you have more power to request. And it will be happen. Okay? So that is the, we call world link. The original force, we call the force. So when we born, this force gives the power to us. The earth, the heaven, the parents. And later heaven force is the air, the food, the water. That is give us and how we can live this life. But the most important part is the force. So we call a primordial breath. The first primordial breath. We take the breath and that becomes our original force. And when we spend this force out, we don't have it. Finish. So you have to always connecting with the force and increasing your original force. The primordial force, or we call primordial breath. And it's sometimes very simple. You think about the force, smile to the force, and you just breathing in. And you retain the force. So we're going to do a lot of this cosmic healing, okay? Microcosmic is a very basic thing that we need to learn, okay? And that's what most of you, if you learn the basic, you already know. Now, so the world link, so we're going to start with the link and the chi field. We're connecting with the link, and we ask the force to be down. And all you have to do it. Okay? All you have to do is do it. And the very important part is you have to be trust and believe. The force. Why? The force is around us. You have to be trust and believe, and you just ask, and you will be given. Okay? So the link, we start with the link here. Everybody have one. So you put your hand above your head. Okay. So above the head here, we say a star, a higher self, a higher force, okay, a guidance or a protector. So there are a few different names, but we think them like a star, okay. And when you feel this star, all you do is connect, link to the people, your classmate here. You feel a dim light on the head, and you feel a connection. So you all link together. So you all link into one. And we're creating one bigger star on the top. Or sometimes we call energy body. Okay? So we put together the energy one, and we go up. Okay? So when we join together and we put up, we can go up very high. And when we reach the force, all we do is ask the force to be down. Okay? Ask the force to be down. And the force is coming down to you, and you receive the force. Okay? And all you have to do is, you want to transmit it to other people, you do that. And you ask whatever they are, it will be given. So it's the practice that you need to really feel it. The universe holds our original DNA. So we can ask a proper DNA, so our cells can have our original DNA. So the universe holds the original DNA because it's creating everything in the universe, and we become part of the creator. Okay, so the universe holds part of our DNA, the original one. In our body, the sexual energy or sex cells hold our original DNA because we come from the sex. One egg from the mother, one sperm from the father come together, and it started to split. And that is the first DNA. Okay? So the universe, the force, that's what we're always looking for. Okay? So the first thing, you have to understand the primordial force, primordial breath. That means the breath from the original of the original. And they are there. They're 94% in the universe. Okay? So what we can see here is only 4%. It's so little. So that means everywhere, all around us, is force. All you do is ask, think, connect, and bring it down. Okay? And you have the force. The belief is very important. Okay? And when you're spinning the force, and you can feel all the force are spinning around you. Okay? Upper mind and lower mind. There are books about the upper mind and the lower mind and the heart mind, so three mind. So we're going to talk a lot. You're going to over and over every time I'm going to tell you upper mind, middle mind, and lower mind. Three mind into one mind. Okay, or three dantian into one, and you merge them into one. It's just like a team. Okay, it's just like the famous storytelling about Genghis Khan, the Mongolia. They conquer half of the world. It's the biggest empire. It conquer half of the China. It conquer half of the Europe, Russia. And from very simple thing, he teaches his son. He get one stick. He give each one stick. He have 7 sons. So he take one stick and he break it. He break. And when he get 7 sticks together, and It cannot break. Okay? So we call a team. So you have to really practice it. You must get this part. You don't get it, you don't get the cosmic healing. Okay? Mind, eye, heart, the soul, and the spirit. Okay? You must put them together. And the meeting point is in the heart. And the gathering point, the meeting point in the heart. And the gathering point in the Dantian. Okay, so you have meeting point, meeting places, and the gathering places. Okay? And it's very important. So the mind, put your mind into it. Put your eye in it. Put your heart into it. And put your soul and your spirit in it. So in the Tao we call E power. Okay? E power. A very important part about E. You have to train this. When you turn, everything turn inwardly, boom. You turn inward. And from there you connect up to the heart and you go anywhere you want to go. As a team. Okay? Now, in the West you also have this. You better put your mind in your work. You better watch what you're doing, right? You better keep more heart into the work. You better keep your soul in it. You better have much better team spirit, right? We have all this. But how are you going to put them together? Okay. When people cannot get things done, why? When they do something, the hand doing that, but the eye look somewhere, and the mind go another way, and heart go another way. You think they get things done that way? No. The mind is one way, the eye is one way, the heart is one way, and the spirit is scattered all over. But you cannot get anything done. So this is become a very powerful practice in the Tao practice. The E power. Mind, eye, heart, soul, and spirit become one team. And all these things you have to practice it. Okay? When you very concentrate and very believe and ask, you get it. Okay? You ask and you will be given. Okay? You ask and you will be given. Good chi, good heart, good intention. Three mind, three dantian. Work at one. Okay, work at one. The heart, connecting to everything. And when we have frustration, the heart beat differently. When we feel appreciation and love, the heart beat differently again. Much better heart beating. So emotional become a very important part. And we're going to use so much about the heart feel, the heart. When you radiate out the heart, it's about 3 meter, 10 meter, 20 meter, 50 meter big. It can go up to 1 mile big. Okay. So that is a very important part. Every time you must creating your chi field from the heart and radiate out. So that is the first chi field that you need to do. So when you feel love, feel appreciation, feel happy, gratefulness, thankfulness, the heart expands in creating the field. So we're going to be first link all the spirit together, the soul and the spirit together. Okay, and this is from the. So we have 5 major spirit inside, and 4 outside. 1 above, 1 in the brain, 1 below, and 1 behind the knee. So we said 9 spirit. But the first thing, we have the 5 spirit. They are running inside. They're running inside. And we have 1 we call communicator is in the brain. And that is the brain spirit, the sun. Okay, so let's talk about the heart spirit first. We call original spirit sun. Okay, we give them a red light, a red spirit. And the second in command is the liver. We call soul, the huấn. And we give them a green spirit. And the third in command is the spleen. We call the E spirit. Okay, so let's start again. The red spirit we call original spirit in the heart. It controls everything. Control the spirit inside here and connecting everywhere. The second in command we call huấn is the soul of the liver. It's the one we call the soul of the vision and the planning. Okay, the soul of the vision and planning. And the third in command we call the E, the spleen spirit, the yellow spirit, the E power, the E. The E we call the power of intention. The E, the power of intention. The E spirit is the one that in the between, in the middle. It links the up and link the below. So from the E, the spleen to liver and the heart, the spirit is connecting upward. Okay, and from there down, we go down, is connecting downward to the earth and material. And so the third in command is the lung. We call the per. The soul. So the power of the soul is transformation, changes things, transformation. Okay? And the kidney, the power of the kidney, so we call the per soul. So the kidney is the power of willpower. The will is the blue color. So we have one spirit. Second, the liver is soul, is a huấn. And third, spleen is the spirit, the E spirit. And the lung is the per. And the kidney is the willpower, the 智 power. So all these major spirit function is very important. If you lose one spirit, a major function lost. Okay? A major function lost. So when people scare, boom, all the spirit it might run away. So we call scatter. Pew, all the spirit run away. And that is very bad. And if the spirit don't come back, the person might not function at all. He cannot function at the normal way. Okay. So after these 5 spirits, we have one spirit above here. We call the higher self, higher star. And one in the brain control all the communication. Okay, we call the sun. This is Yuan Shen, this is Sun. Okay, this original spirit, and this is the spirit, the sun. Okay, and we have one below. So that's 3. Now I have one, they are no mass function, but we don't know, are behind the knee. So there's a 5 and 9 spirit. So what we're going to do now, we're going to connect them together. Connect all the soul and the spirit. So we call 9 soul and spirit into one team. In the Tao practice, the worst thing we don't like to see is in the moment of death, all these 9 spirits are scattered. The Per and the 智 remain on the earth. And they become early bound or connecting to the like animal spirit soul. They stay. And the rest, it may be scattered direction. And we never meet together. In this practice, we want you understand that we want them to be one team. Okay? It's a team. So you put them together and they work as one team. So we're going to be talking about E power. Mind, eye, heart, soul, and the spirit, one team. So when you smile, relax, and gather them together. So everything become one team and work as a team. So we're going to be aware the star on the top, and it's going to be linked in the brain. And you come down, link to the brain, the spirit, and you come out, and you go up again, and you spiral the energy, and you come down. So come down to the throat center, out, and going up. You bring the higher self down to the brain, up to the throat, up, now down to the heart, connecting with the original spirit, and out. And you come down again, down, and connecting to the lung, the pearl, and out. And you're coming down to the solar plexus, the liver, and you go out and up. Coming down to the navel, the spleen, okay? And down to the sexual center, the kidney, and down to the perineum, down to the soul, down to the knee. You're connecting to the spirit on the back of the knee. And finally, we go down to the earth, connect. So you feel that this 9 spirit, 5 major soul and spirit, and another 4 are connecting together as one team. Okay? So you train, when you turn your mind in, you feel your mind, eye, heart, power are gathered together. Okay? Okay. So let's practice together. So let's do the crane neck. Aware the star above you, a very dim light above you, a very dim light. Your higher self. Feel the pearl above you spinning very fast. The higher star connecting to above you. And bring it down, spinning, penetrate to your skull, down to the middle of your brain. And let it spinning, connecting with the spirit in the brain. Is a communicator and a controller. Out of the mid-eyebrow and come up to the crown. And spiral above your head. Again, bring it down. Really feel something penetrate to your skull. Down to your brain, down to your throat center, and coming out, coming up, and spinning very fast above your crown. Bring it down to your heart, and let it spinning and connecting to the original spirit in the heart. And spiral expand out from the heart to the front of you and connecting back again to the crown. From the crown, they're coming down past the brain, the heart, and connecting down to the solar plexus, connecting to the lung spirit and the liver spirit, liver soul. The lung soul and the pulp and the liver soul, the hun. The lungs is a white spirit, the liver is a green spirit. Connecting to the star above you again. Now we're going to move all the way down to the navel. Straight line from the crown, connecting to the spleen, the yellow spirit. And out from the navel out. And up to the star above you. Now from the crown, all the way down to the sacral center. That is above your pubic bone a little bit, connecting to the kidney, the soul, the spirit of the kidney, the willpower, a blue spirit. Just think them, the spirit inside you, all connecting together. And connecting out and connecting up. And from the crown, go all the way down to the perineum, to the knee, and back of the knee, connecting with the spirit there. And back up to your higher star again. And finally, we're going to come from the star above you, coming down straight to your crown. Penetrate to the middle spirit, middle of your body, all the way down to perineum, to the back of the knee, and to your soul. And go down to the star below, about 6 feet under the ground. So now you hold your hand near your heart and feel everybody as gathering in the heart. The Lord called the meeting, everybody come in. And mind, eye, heart, soul and spirit all gather in the heart. Meeting there as one team. And moving all the whole team to gathering in the dantian in your navel. So cover your navel and smile. Spiral in your center. Really feel your mind, eye, heart, soul, and spirit gather in one team. From the navel connecting to the heart. And feel you connecting to the earth, to the moon, to the sun, North Star, 5-element star, 3 pure one, and the primordial. Feel everything become one. Raise your hand and just think about the force coming down. Think about the force coming down to you. The grace of the universe, the primordial breath, the gratefulness and the thankfulness. Everything coming down to you. And bring it back down. Just feel the force. The more you relax, the more you feel the force coming down to you. Spiral your 丹田。